Holy shit, I cannot wait for Spider-Man 4.
Peter and MJ are finally gonna get married. Carnage is gonna be the villain.
It's gonna be great. What? Are you kidding me? No. You have got to be shitting me. Ah, fuck. What was the point of rebooting Spider-Man only 5 years after the original trilogy ended? Sony, you fucking bastards! You raped my childhood with this reboot. So, the Amazing Spider-Man, oh sorry, the not so amazing Spider-Man, and this is a rant, guys. I am not giving this shitty, pointless reboot a review. I am not going to apologise for hating these god-awful Amazing Spider-Man movies, which, like I said in my Ghostbusters rant, did not need to be made. So the not-so-amazing Spider-Man, of course, tells the exact same story as the much better 2002 Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie, the exact same origin story all over again, where Peter, a geeky kid at high school, gets bitten by a radioactive spider, becomes Spidey, and has a crush on Gwen Stacy. What the hell happened to Mary Jane? And Uncle Ben dies, and of course Dr. Connor becomes the Lizard, and they have to have a final fight on a tower, and that's it. There's nothing to spoil. And it's directed by Mark Webb, who should be ashamed of himself. He's the man who ruined Spider-Man. Funny how this lame excuse for a Spider-Man movie came out the exact same year as The Dark Knight Rises, which was an absolute masterpiece, one of my favourite movies of all time, and the definition of a perfect superhero movie. I hated the fact that this reboot existed from all the way back when it came out in July 2012. I had no intention of paying to see it in cinemas. Thank God I skipped it, and I only saw it a few years later to prepare for Spider-Man Homecoming, and it was even worse than I thought it would be. Oh man. What possessed Sony to think that we wanted Spider-Man to be rebooted instead of Spider-Man 4? I would have paid to see Spider-Man 4 over this any day. I was so freaking hyped for Spider-Man 4, and words cannot even describe how disappointed I was when I heard they cancelled it in favour of a shitty remake. But at least I can say Emma Stone is good as Gwen Stacy. Yeah, she is an amazing actress, and she is the only person who does give a genuinely good performance as Gwen in this movie. And at least it's nice hearing James Horner's score. James Horner was a legendary composer, as he composed two of my favourite movies of all time, Titanic and Avatar, but that is all of the good points in this reboot. The rest of it is total shit. I mean, Andrew Garfield, it's no secret that he is by far the worst Peter Parker and Spider-Man that we have ever gotten so far. He at least was good in Hacksaw Ridge and Silence recently, but this is his worst performance, bar none. He is terrible in this. I am sorry, but he has none of the fun or charisma or likability of Tobey Maguire. I didn't relate to him at all, and he's the most boring as Spider-Man ever. Even a plank of wood is more interesting and has more personality than him, and he never takes any situation seriously. He's making fucking jokes all the time, and his costume looks like crap. They totally got the costume all wrong, and the supporting cast, apart from Gwen, all suck. And I mean, Uncle Ben and Aunt May are done awfully. I can't believe what a step down these guys are from the Uncle Ben and Aunt May from the Sam Raimi movie. Sally Field is a fantastic actress, but she's miscast as Aunt May. She's too young for the character, and she's way too fucking strict all the time. Peter and her never have any heartfelt moments together. They just bitch at each other every second they're on screen. And Uncle Ben is such a freaking asshole here. That's I did not give a shit about him and Peter's relationship. And when Uncle Ben, of course, dies, I didn't care. And this Spider-Man obviously doesn't care either, because Uncle Ben is never his fucking motivation to be Spider-Man in the first place, unlike in the Sam Raimi movies. And the lizards, they completely butchered the character. He looks nothing like the lizard from the comics. His design is horrible, and he has no motivation at all other than to send green gas all over New York. At least Sam Raimi's Spider-Man honours the comics. This shit just gives a big middle finger to Stan Lee's work, and the story of this reboot, is exactly the same origin story all over again in the first hour. So then the second half, it's just Spider-Man versus the villain. It's boring, predictable, and unsurprising as shit. So I was just nodding off throughout this whole film. The CGI and effects are laughably terrible. How does the Sam Raimi trilogy that came out from 2002 to 2007 have outstanding CGI in comparison to a Spider-Man movie that came out in 2012? It's just embarrassing. And yeah, the CGI just made me vomit. It looks like shit, and the action is fucking forgettable, and the scene where Spidey saves the kid from the burning car, it's a total rip-off of the much better scene from Spider-Man 2 when Peter saves the little girl from the burning building. That had genuine tension and that looked real. This looks like a fucking green screen. Yeah, this has some of the weakest pacing for a superhero movie, whereas the Sam Raimi trilogy excited me and gripped me throughout. And the fight scenes between Peter and the lizard, in the school and on the tower, I didn't give a flying monkeys about what was going on. Although the Stan Lee cameo was pretty cool, I will give them that. And the people who are going to defend this reboot are going to say, oh, but Harry, didn't Gwen Stacy help out in the climax rather than being a damsel in distress? Yeah, but MJ helped out in the climaxes of the Sam Raimi trilogy too, so that does not make this reboot better. And you also might say, oh, but Harry, isn't the romance better? Also, that's, I say, bullshit. Yes, Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone do have good chemistry because they dated in real life, but so did Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst. That's the best chemistry I ever seen. There's a reason they're on my top 10 favourite movie couples, and at least the romance in the Sam Raimi movies led to something, whereas because of the unforgivable, appalling crime, what they did to Gwen Stacy in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, that means that this romance led nowhere. So I can't even praise that. And spoiler alerts at the end, Gwen's father dies and he says he can't be with her and all that bullshit. And it's the third fucking Spider-Man movie to end with a funeral scene. Seriously, guys, can't you think of anything else? I'm sorry, guys, but I say what you want about Spider-Man 3, but I love that movie. I think it's as perfect as the first two Sam Raimi movies. The fact is, this reboot did not need to exist. And even if people were surprisingly generous to us at the time, now they can finally see how awful these rebooted movies are and how much superior the Sam Raimi trilogy is. Despite all that says, I don't consider this the worst Spider-Man movie. This one comes a close second. As for the worst, we'll get to that one next time. Ooh. The heart of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man isn't here, and Amazing Spider-Man, ha! Not so amazing.
I give the Amazing Spider-Man half a star out of 5.
Oh my god, there is no excuse for this reboot sucking this bad. I just hate it. I need a drink. Ah, that's better. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this rant. And what do you think of Amazing Spider-Man 2? Do you agree? Do you hate it? Or do you disagree? Do you actually defend it? Please comment, let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. And please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I love making new subscribers, meeting new people, making new friends, and talking to you guys about movies. I really appreciate that. And please follow me on Twitter and on Google+. And I'll see you all next time when I review The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Oh my gosh, I don't want to review that one. I'll see you then. Bye, guys.